Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going live and we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Teacher Casey, and I am here with Cassie. Hey, Cassie, how are you?
Hey, Casey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad you're here again. I
Yeah,
see
thanks.
Kathy is already here. Hey, Kathy, thanks for coming. What are you doing while we are sitting here chatting? As usual, if you have questions about our topic today or anything really, put them in the chat box and we will get back to them. So today we're going to talk about the REP program from VIP Kid. So Cassie, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Teacher Cassie, I've been with VIPKid for 4 years now. I've been with REP for 1 semester less or 1 contract less. So,
Wow.
8 contracts with VIPKid, but 7 contracts with REP. So I've been with them for almost the entire time I've been working with them. So, I'm a military wife, 2 kids. We live in Germany currently. Um, just busy and loving it. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
excellent. So what is the REP program
So the
or
REP
project?
is Rural Education, Rural Education Project. It's a nonprofit part of VIP Kid, where we go into rural schools and project, instead of one-on-one, we're projected into a classroom full of students, and we have our a special curriculum and our own curriculum for REP that we
Oh,
then teach to the whole class, not just one-on-one, but you could have a classroom from 5 students to 5 students to 60 in one
wow.
room. And it gets loud and it gets crazy and it's uh, so much fun. I mean, I
Aw.
absolutely love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Lucy West was saying the same thing on here. She's like, we get loud, we have fun. So, what kind of lessons are there?
So we'll actually have a very wide variety of classes. We have singing classes, we have
Oh,
phonics, we have like science and readers and
wow.
I'm sure if I had the other ladies on here, they could help me fill them out. We do have a large variety actually of different types of classes. Of course, if you talk to Lucy and some of the others, the singing classes are the favorites, such as Baby Shark is one of the top favorites of our school.
Oh.
Yeah, and let me
Great.
tell you, once you sing it, it's not leaving your brain all day. So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
You
you
don't
have
even
to
need to
use,
sing it, you just mention it.
yeah, but you have to be so much bigger than life to do these classes. And I feel like by the time I'm done, I have ran a marathon because one-on-ones, I sit to teach, but REP, no way. We're standing because we're playing head and shoulders, knees and toes, Baby Shark. We are all over the place, and it's fun. It's crazy, but
That
it's fun.
sounds like fun. So,
Yeah.
the singing ones are your favorite?
Yeah, I like the singing. I like the phonics because phonics is a one of my niches.
Hmm.
I like I like the vocabulary ones too because we get to have some fun with some different vocabulary. Readers, to me, readers and the science ones are hard with a large group.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
oh, we have festivals that we also do. And those ones are hard because it's a lot of information and there's not as much interaction. And so sometimes I get lost in trying to teach them, but then having them help. So when we teach REP, on one-on-one, you have the students talking to you all of the time. Well,
Right.
with 60 kids, you can't. So we split it up. So we do one-on-ones, we do groups, and then we do whole class. So we are actually we're giving our students names, and I make a PPT and I will have their name in English and in Chinese. And so I will flash it up there and they can see it and they come to the forward, they come front and I talk to them and they do something. And then I'll call
Oh,
on boys or I'll call on girls. And we always have a competition between boys and girls with my stars, always. And then the whole class. And so
yeah.
through 25 minutes, you've got to hit all 3 groups and keep the class going and all of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
How do you get through
fast.
3 groups in 25 minutes? It sounds like a
Yeah.
big task.
So usually like individuals, you only call maybe 3 or 4 in that class. If it's
Okay.
really big, if it's smaller, I have had classes of 10 to 15. I can get through 6 students.
Okay.
And then I do boys against girls. We're given a list of like they're split up into teams, but I have found over the semesters that the students don't really know what team they're on, and it gets very confusing. Who I'll call Lions, and everybody's like, "Who's that?" So I went with, and I'll show you real quick. And a lot of us in REP use these. So I made little boy and girl signs, and I will hold it up,
Mhm.
and the girls will all stand, and then I'll hold it up, and the boys will all stand, and we'll do this, and we'll do that, and then in the whole class, in that kind of stuff. So, and then I have these up here on my board, so that the boys will earn stars and the girls will earn stars, and at the end, the other, whoever wins gets to be really big and loud and
Right.
crazy stuff. So, but it's like I said,
Oh, super
running
fun.
a marathon. Running a marathon.
Right? I can just imagine because we're exhausted after like level 1 sometimes. So,
I don't
so
teach
hey
level
guys, if you
ones for
have
that reason.
really so if you have any questions for Cassie, please put them in the chat box. I see Kathy is still here. Thanks, Kathy, for coming. Can you let me know if you can see us and hear us okay? I see we do have 5 people here. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everyone.
Let's see. I do, right? So how did you get started with the REP program?
So the REP program actually is an invitation only to the program. So they have different ways that they do that. They go and watch teachers' videos, the firemen or those who are in charge in China at our headquarters. And they say, oh, this teacher is amazing, or go by ratings. But it's invitational. You get an email and they invite you into the program, and that's how you do it. And then we have a separate contract, and we sign that.
Oh,
And yeah, and then they work with our booking. So if you get a class, if you volunteer to take a class, you teach that class the same time every week for the whole semester. So you get you get a class, and we're allowed up to usually about 6 schools or 6 classes a semester, usually. And you commit that you will be in that class every week at that same time for one whole semester. So while they're in the fall semester that you take that class, so we have 2 semesters, fall and spring, that we do 2 different, so we can get different classes or whatever. And some schools, they can request a teacher back. So I have 2 schools that I've taught in for almost 4 or 5 of my 7 semesters.
wow.
Yeah, so then you see the same kids each semester, which then helps you build that rapport. And other kids, you get them one semester, and then they get a different teacher each semester. So it changes.
Yes.
And the program, it changes throughout. So sometimes we have different ways of doing things, or they say, hey, we're going to try this. But that's how you get into it. It's an invitation only. And it's crazy.
Did I
Yeah.
already ask you the age groups? I don't
Age
think so.
groups, kindergarten through, I believe, 6th grade. Somebody else that
Oh, wow.
there you guys are on. The highest I've ever gotten was 6th grade. I don't think I've ever seen a class higher than 6th grade, but kindergarten through, goes through, and it's all through the rural parts of China. I've had students, schools in Mongolia.
Wow.
So it's all over in the mountainous areas and stuff like that. So
Neat.
yeah.
So is it a mixed age group in each class, or is it usually this grade, then this
One
grade?
grade. Usually
Okay.
it's one grade. So you say you say yes, I'll take the grade. It's 2nd grade, class 2, and then they give you the students' names, and then you prepare for that, the teams and all that kind of stuff. So you commit to that one class. I'm in one school where I teach 3 classes, different classes in that one school.
Oh,
So yeah, so it just depends on, but they're all different grades. I want that one school, I teach the 2nd graders, the 3rd graders, and the 4th or 5th graders. Sometimes they combine. Sometimes they sneak in because I see other students. My class sometimes grows, and then sometimes back and I'm like, there are students in here, but I don't care.
Right.
If they want to be, if the teacher wants them in there, it doesn't bother me. So sometimes I'll
Right.
start with 5, and by the end of the semester, I'll have 20 or 30 in there. And I can't call on them because I don't have their names. I can just call on the ones I have, but they still do the boy girl. They still do the boy girl in the whole class. So,
Yeah.
we make it work.
Let's see. So what was your why for starting with VIP Kid? I know the answer because if you haven't seen it, Cassie was actually on here a couple of weeks ago. Has it been a month yet? Maybe.
A few weeks, yeah. They're very splotchy, so if you watch it, you may not hear very much. I started
because she is in Germany.
Yeah, I
and
am in
connections are
Germany.
a little crazy sometimes.
It's a bad connection if you're not connected hardwire. I started VIP Kid because I was a stay-at-home mom, and I passionately missed teaching. I was, a brick and mortar teacher before kids, and scrolling through Facebook, it came up, and I'm like, this isn't real. And I checked into it, and it was. So I applied with no referral. I just applied because I didn't know anybody, and so yeah, but I was just like, I really, really missed working with kids. I mean, but I was a stay-at-home mom, so I wanted to be that also.
Right.
And this totally worked because in the States, you get to teach super early morning and you're done, and the rest of the day is yours to be with your kids and to do things. Here in Germany, not so much. I teach all day instead of the morning. Well, sometimes I teach in the mornings, but REP. So in the States, the teachers all teach in the evenings for REP because the hours are from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. in China time and Beijing time. So everybody gets to teach in their evenings except for me. I get up at 1:30 in the morning to teach, or 2:30 or 3:30 or whatever. So I switched with everybody in America that gets up early to teach one-on-ones and then teach their evenings. I teach REP, and then my day is one-on-ones. So
wow.
Yeah, it's so I like my breaks a little bit. I do miss my classes, but I like to be able to sleep a little bit in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Rebecca, thanks for coming. Do I look a little tired?
Do we both?
We have family here. We spent 4 days at Disney. We had a lot of fun, but we walked a ton. And, we're up talking to each other and everything because we all stayed in one house. So it's been so much fun. But trying to find dinners with 9 people, less than 2 hours was crazy. We ate after midnight every night. Except one, I think. So yeah, so I can feel it, but but it's not from teaching, not for a few months now, but so I think I asked you this on the last one. Did you think of any funny stories or teaching moments?
Okay, so yes, I think we talked about it, and that's how started talking about REP. My funny moments is when I had this one class. We had to make pancakes in REP class. Ooh. And so we literally the whole class was how to make pancakes. And so I'm in my classroom here in my desk with a bowl and all the ingredients in my hot skillet. And I flipped the pancake and it landed on my head. And the teacher had the hardest time to get them back in control because I'm standing there going,
okay, and you didn't mean it?
No, I was trying to flip it to show them that the pancake was done, and I did it too fast, and it went whoop and landed in my head, and I'm like, oh no, I don't eat with my head, I eat with my mouth, and then I picked it up and I started eating, and they died. And so in REP, we have individual firemen that work with us as individual teachers in our school. So we can message our firemen. And she messaged me as soon as class, she's like, that teacher's I still can't get them under control. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no. They said it was their favorite class all semester.
Right.
Was, that teacher Cassie made a fool of herself. But that probably was one of the best, because they just couldn't believe that this pancake went flying and landed on my head. And
isn't it funny? teachers falling or dropping things. It's funny in any language, right?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
The kids
It's
love
hilarious.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I know that there's so many other REP teachers that have some stories of the same, like, cause we've had,
Yeah.
we make pizzas, we make pancakes. I
Wow.
mean, I believe there's like cupcakes. It's ridiculous. And we
Yeah.
all try to do it.
Oh, that's great. Hey, Danny, thanks for coming. Danny said she's here between classes. Rebecca said pancakes. Whoa.
Yep.
Danny said, wow. Yeah, write in the chat, what was your like most embarrassing or memorable moment?
Yeah.
I can't like think of any on the spot right now. I should have
Sometimes
prepared.
when you're on the spot, it's really hard to think of. I knew that question was coming, so I had to really like make sure I had my story together today. Because last time I was like, I don't know.
Right. I don't remember you saying that one last time.
No, because after we got done last time, I was like, what? I forgot. But I was so frustrated with the connection of last time
Yeah.
that everything seemed to like. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, I am here in my, well, I'll show you. It's my little workout area. So those of you wondering, I'm not in my classroom today. We kind of like switch the house around for
hundreds of guests.
Yes, for my family coming in town. So hey Evelyn, thanks for coming. Friends that are here, thank you so much. I know I have not been the best at watching everyone's videos yet, but you know I'll catch up because I usually try to watch everyone's. But we've been in Disney World for 4 days, but before that we went to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, and so we've been spoiled with family here and get to hang out. Yeah, and they actually have like 9 more days, so we get to, now they're at my house, so hopefully it'll be fun and
That's
relaxing.
okay. I'm going this next week, so you know it's over. But mine's gonna be in Paris. So
yes, Paris
Disney and Paris, both of them. We're gonna be doing it all. So
yes, nice. Paris was not. I don't know if I should say it. It was not my favorite spot to visit, but it's a really neat place to visit.
Yeah, it's a neat place. It's a kind of a dirty city,
Exactly.
honestly.
Yeah.
But for the kids in history and seeing the things that they see in pictures, that's the, you know, and I'm gonna try to go eat at a Michelin star restaurant. So that's my woohoo for me.
You a little bit of a foodie?
I'm a foodie. My husband and I are super foodies.
I'm not a foodie, but I love eating good food.
Yeah, we're always in the search of like really good stuff. So we're excited.
Nice. I'll try anything though, pretty much. Rebecca said we are having a picnic outside right now.
Perfect.
Oh, I love it. Thanks for stopping by. I wanted to go get a pool. So this week, Goliath, my puppy, as some of you know, was at daycare. I kept having to tell myself it was summer camp because it kept making me sad. So I kept telling myself he's just at, you know, summer camp, but they sent me pictures every day and he was always in or around this little pool. So I need to go get him a pool because, you know, it's
little
hot
kiddie
here.
pool. Yeah, little kiddie pool.
Yeah, a little kiddie pool. So vacation has been great. Thanks for asking, Evelyn. I am being spoiled here with my family here. She said, you're good. Enjoy your family time. No pressure. Oh, thanks. Carlos, I'm a teacher. Nice to have you here. What companies do you work for? Are you a brick and mortar teacher, an online teacher? I think we're a little bit of everything here. So, hey, Techie, what's up? Thanks for coming. It's so nice to see you here again. Hey, Casey, this is Sarah. Great to see you. Yeah, Sarah was on here maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, maybe now, Sarah. Carlos said, I teach 5th grade English world history. Ooh. Carlos, I substituted in middle school, 4th and 5th grade. Those were my hardest grades to teach. Yeah, I will stick to like kindergarten and 1st grade.
I'll take your 4th and 5th graders over kindergarten any day.
Isn't that funny how we're all like, all teachers all have a passion for teaching and love students, but it's like,
we have a preference. Yep. My age group is 3rd through 5th.
Awesome. And Rebecca's here. Rebecca is team kindergarten, preschool. That's awesome. So glad you guys are all here. Do you have any questions about VIPKid or the REP? Oh, I do have a question up top that I need to ask. And Cassie, I'm sure everyone's going to ask this. So it's Guys, just know as of today, we're not really sure all the details of everything VIP Kid. So
We
Kathy
don't.
does want to know, she said, this sounds like such a great program, which makes us all the more sad. Is this being
Yeah.
discontinued also for foreign teachers?
We do not know. That is what's still up in the air. We've asked that question, and one of my firemen, they're letting a lot of the people go in Beijing from the offices. And she was very sad. She said, but I hope that the program continues for you. So I don't know. There's no answers because the program is a nonprofit and it is a little bit different. The classes aren't paid for by the schools.
Yeah.
But we don't know. Honestly, I think they're still trying to search out to see if this is something we can continue. Hopefully, our semester will be starting in September, so hopefully they'll have answers for us by then. But honestly, guys, we're all in the same boat. We don't know. I've made a hard choice that I'm just going to write it out as far as I can and be as loving to my students and as positive as I can to other teachers. There are other companies out there. If you just feel like you need to move on now, nobody is, going to make you feel bad about it or think wrongly of you. Everybody's now at this time, you've got to make a decision what's best for you. And I'm just going to write it out and see what happens. Because I am part of REP, I want to see where that's going. But so my students can't take classes anymore, I'm just going to keep going. And so I know that our VIP Kid does have the book nook. So if you can get invited into that, I was invited, but with the Germany hours, all the classes were in the middle of my night from literally 10 to 1 in the morning. And I said, I can't do that. And REP, so I turned it down. But so there are a couple of those programs that they are able to continue with our VIP Kids. So, if you have a little bit of faith, maybe it will be okay. I'm just going to write it out as positive as I can and just hope for the best.
Right. Same here. Let's see. Carlos, I can't go into detail on where I work because I've been labeled a oh, sorry to hear that. Few people are working hard, putting a fix on my location and who I am. Oh, sorry to hear that, Carlos. We welcome everybody on this channel as long as they are friendly and don't say nasty things in my chat. So I don't see a problem with you here, but I'm glad to have you. Sarah said, hang in there, everyone. If you want to know about non-Chinese companies, hit me up. I got a huge list.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah. We are having companies on my channel coming up and on Evelyn Joy's channel. I also work for several companies too. And right now there's some great ones out there. So yeah, keep checking in. Let's see.
Don't lose the faith.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Right.
They're out there.
Evelyn said, I'm dually focused. I'm trying to get VIP Kid money while I can and increasing my outschool classes. Great. Carlos said, I say what's on my mind. Unfortunately, some people don't understand that. I guess for my channel, it just depends. I definitely don't need to agree with everybody, but I definitely try to keep friendly conversations here. Rebecca said, I have not wanted to tell my students that the end is near. I will let the parents decide when and how to tell them. Yeah, I get the feeling that some know, but I haven't seen any of my students since this started because I've been on vacation. My first time taking vacation, and now I'm having a hard time finding my kiddos.
Yeah, I don't see anything in class whatsoever. I just act like it's a normal day, a normal class. I do put in my feedback, parents, I know that this is coming up and I'm here until you're out of your pack, until you can't do classes. I'm not leaving. And I know that that's a fear. I have some parents on WeChat that have messaged me. So are you done? Are you going to leave the company? I said, no, I'm going to write it out until you can't be there anymore. So I'm not leaving your students. So that is a fear. I know that a lot of kids are very sad. So when you're in class, just make it as best and as wonderful as ever, because I've already gotten messages from a few of my kids and parents saying they're so sad. They don't know what they're going to do. And some of them I've been teaching for almost the entire 4 years. So, just don't make it a big thing in the class and just act like you're just there to have the best time ever all the time.
Right. And sometimes as teachers, we need to squash our own feelings a little bit to help out our little fellow friends.
For sure. 100%. It's not about us. It's about them.
Right. And Evelyn said, "Oh, thank you for the shout out. Would love to interview after you're done with family time." Yes, Evelyn. Even if it's a little bit towards the end. Right now, we're still trying to get everyone situated in different rooms and things. We have everyone on like air mattresses and stuff right now, but it's been fun. And my daughter's coming to visit, and we're actually putting an air mattress here on the mat where the dog is sleeping right now. So we're just, oh, I'm just so excited to have family here. But Evelyn, yes, definitely on that one. Rebecca said, great idea to put it into feedback. Oh, good. William, there are a larger number of English learners in China than the total number of American citizens in the world. The pressure to take lessons and break through the CCP firewall will be intense. Firewall. I enjoy the colorful and imagination my students have. They really do make me laugh. Yes, yes.
100%.
Awesome. Yeah, yes, so much fun. So the REP program, I hope it stays. I think it's an amazing nonprofit program for the students. Will you keep us posted, Cassie?
I will. Yeah, I will. Once we have more information in the next month or so, hopefully I'll let you know if we're still going, and we're crossing fingers, you know.
Oh, yes, so, yes. All right. And Sarah, to give them private classes. Yeah, I've been wondering about that myself. I don't know if they're going to be able to take those private lessons. There's a lot of hearsay, whether they can do Zoom, whether they can do certain other.
So Zoom doesn't work very well in China. They can get the app, but the connection it's not flowing. It doesn't work very well. So that's something that's, I know that people use it. I know for a fact people do use it, but it's not the best platform for them.
Yeah. So, and I've heard that they can't get it anymore, but of course this is all hearsay, so I don't want to, don't want to bring it all on this channel right now. We're going to try to stick to some facts, but I appreciate y'all being here. And Cassie, thank you again for coming. It's always
anytime.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So enjoy Germany.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I will. Hello.
Bye, I know, right?
Bye. Goodbye.